Miss Award by Jack Wonderland Frost. 1, 2, Miss Award's coming for you. 3, 4, screechy noise galore. 5, 6, sound checker mix. 7, 8, your eternal wait. 9, 10, gonna sue again. Can't scrub fighting words all the way. Are you sure you want yours truly as a player in the game? Don't take things personally if your feelings get hurt. It is expected of you to back out of what you sign up for. Years pass by, and maybe the tracks will be half finished by then. Mind yourself before I walk the walk. My closest friends come from the kingdom of trash talk. Dying to surpass non-existent successors, eternal idol, never laughed harder, as if the thought of her as ever crossed my mind. Her 360-degree roll around in bed for months was a sight to behold. She was too scared to lie down after she made it. She dropped soap on purpose to find an excuse not to use it. Impactful pong it must have whiffed, must have left heavy mental scars if the help heeded a warning instead of staying out of her business. Paid off with nuggets in exchange for content to hush the justice with her silence, fall down with a mighty two. Her joys raised with brand new toys. She travels all over the world, but presses phone home. She pretends that daddy's patients are her pet unicorns, then mislearn what mommy taught her how to go your own way. Then Miss Award will be A-OK. Can't relate, I gotta say. Observe Miss Award, the role model. She who chose looks over books, but loves to refer to herself as a trophy. Someday she would love to become a wife. Cleared out Sally's inventory for a rock star life. Wigging out fake hair, but she don't care. Apply every filter she can find for her portfolio. Pose as she goes. Models at 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock. But never at noon. Dress strapped on backwards as a bold fashion statement. Nasally songs faint the praise for the queen of you musicians. How little she has got to show for it. What does that other girl have that she doesn't? Miss Award fails to understand when the world no longer revolves around her. Time to figure out that problems can't be solved by throwing money at it. Miss treats supporters like they're her personal army. Strike them down instead of rising up. Not slick enough to prevent the revive of the archive. Born with glass bones and paper skin, I don't wipe tears soaked by wet blankets. How tragic, too overdramatic. The problem will be resolved as soon as possible. Her queue number is 336. Wait in the back of the line like everybody else. Then they'll figure out who the problem is. Do you understand me? Wanna underestimate me when academics dissect every word I speak? Wanna challenge me? Well, you flash those saber teeth. Wanna intimidate me, thinking you're the future version of me. Wanna claim me of creative rights out of spite. Wanna pursue me at court, since you have all the time in the world to waste. Just asking, because I recently brushed up on your history. Unlike you, I don't want to drag things legally. This ain't the first time I got threatened with authorities. Are you still listening? Or are you still licking those wounds now? I love to use metaphor since I write hundreds of pages at a time. I hate when there is usage and misuse to help carry weak sneak disses. To observe these uncreative logical fallacies pisses me off. Must be out of my mind to torture myself for too prolonged listening to you. Your wish will come true on the day I desensitize from boredom. NyQuil has yet to kick. Ramp up your white noise that knocks out an insomniac quick. Nobody's on my side. That's why everybody laughs hard when my comedy has them picture you, right? Miss Award's concerns first before the future generation. Nothing can hide the snake lurking inside that stone heart. Lurk to strike at poor unsuspecting victims any time while they're in cage, traps them to remain attached while they willingly wait for her masterpiece that will never ever arrive. For the record, if I am allowed to make a correction, truth be told, I initially thought you were a guy. How does it feel? Knowing you're only remembered because everyone else did their part in keeping your career alive. You should change your name to Ice Queen. Both mysterious personas on the line, but only one of us has something to hide. Feel no shame. In order to finish this story, I ought to find God to help me figure out whom you identify as this time. It's a-okay if you want to claim my latest identity, because I'm always creating new ones to please the audience that I gained lately. What kind of career do you have if you flop hard on the year of the comeback? I don't know who you pissed off. It almost made me want to cancel what I had in store. Then I remembered the fact that you pretended to live my life, and the creep show must not go on. I am unafraid to ask the hard questions that they are dying to know. I'm tired of waiting on empty promises that lead to nowhere. I'm done with you pretending to care. And if they figure you out, can you blame them for seeking closure, Miss Award? The less real-world attributes applied to one's character, the more respect gained for the creativity that was put in. What comes as a generic to her is relatable to everyone else. You thought of someone that has annoyed you right now, and please don't be upset with Miss Award, because from what I understand, she allowed herself to succumb to her inner demons. She tried to drag me down with her, but I rose from the ashes. How many bombshells do I have to drop until they put my name in the clear? Dear audience, you probably wonder right now how this tragedy could have possibly happened. My educated guess is because unlike her, I don't pretend to love you. I try my best to ensure that you are heard. And let me personally be the one to thank you because today you made it. By the time everyone experiences this blind, I have already read my words 100 times. My own creations hug tightly in my mind. I couldn't forget them if I tried. Right now, this looks like a hot mess. I couldn't care less to wear a designer yellow hat, since my phrase was never meant to be sold out with frivolous suits. Here we conclude a worthy warning to write to those who find her adoring so they don't end up believing that the internet is boring.